Okay.
Yes.
Who influenced you in singing?
Sorry, Paul. Who influenced you?
In singing.
Okay. I've always enjoyed singing. My mom was the conductor of a 4-part choir. And so she was a music teacher. So in our family, it's always been, in a way, a musical place. I am part of 5. I'm youngest of 5 children. And so I've always enjoyed the musical environment at home. When it comes to singing properly, when I was in England in a boarding school, it was my teacher who actually showed me solo singing and the art of solo singing. That's why the solo singing part actually came from England. And then I was trained as a soprano and, in England and performing around London as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, and when it comes to singing in an R&B style, it was actually the gentleman I met in England, Ferdy Morris, who is also here. It's actually Ferdy and Ferdy's brother T, who inspired me to sing in an R&B way. And from then on, it's developed in a very different style. But I thank everybody who has, definitely influenced and inspired me along the way. There you go. Any more questions? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Yes. Hi, Qymira.
Oh, sorry, but...
Yes, you have a very beautiful name.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, and we are so glad that you're Chinese, but you love the Philippines. And we're so glad that you remember a lot of things. Okay. We heard your name from Chris Lawrence already when he guested in our show. So you had the chance to work with him?
Yes. Very fortunate again because it was, I think, 2 years ago. Chris Lawrence was the first person, apart from Vehnee Saturno. He introduced us to Chris, and we were working on the One Gaia projects because Chris also believed in One Gaia, one world. One Gaia simply means one world. So we were able to actually share a lot in common and also then worked on a song called 1, 2, 3. And it's about inspiring people to just get up and go, get up and do things. And I did a concert, the One Gaia concert for the children in need in Manila in the Music Museum. And this was in 2022 in December. And we invited Chris Lawrence and Billy Crawford, they are like brothers. And why Billy is because when a while back, Billy and myself actually toured in the same tour in the UK. So it's like a reunion in a way. And it's really fun to work with these guys, especially Chris, because then we went on to work on Give It To Me together, and another song called Labyrinth of Life. So many things, we've collaborated on, and we're going to collaborate on even more things later, yeah.
Yes, aside from Chris and Billy, you know that we have a bunch of talented artists here in the Philippines. So in the future, would you like to collaborate with any artist here?
Oh yes, there are many, really too many to count. Because I always say that the Philippines has really got the most talent, especially when it comes to singing. Because, through the One Gaia Foundation, where we go into different provinces to work with children who are so talented in many things, but especially singing and dancing and sports. Wow, the talent that we have witnessed, even in season 1 last year, I was looking at these 4 years old, 5 years old. They have a voice that in other countries, for me, they are, well, obviously they're children of the future, but now, let alone the professionals in your country, So you have many different styles also from your country. We saw Darren D10 concert a few weeks ago. You were there
also.
Yes, so he's a talent, of course. And I would love to work with, for example, Bamboo from your country as well.
Yes.
Rock, yes, Rock. Lea Salonga is, obviously someone everyone more than respect, hats off to her.
Mhm.
So many Filipino talents, Filipino singers I would love to work with. Bruno Mars is another one. Yes, so just many from different styles. I'm open.
Thank you, Qymira.
Thank you so much,
So
Paul.
after this question, we are going to be touching what.
How did you find out about the Filipino children in need, for which your song is an advocate of? How were they brought to your attention?
So I was born in Hong Kong, and being in Hong Kong and also being raised in London or England and the US, most of my friends are Filipino friends. And through them, I was able to learn about their families, and a lot of them come from the provinces and then now moved to either the US or Hong Kong. But mainly in Hong Kong, I've met so many Filipinos who share with me their stories in the Philippines. So they will literally tell me, oh, my real name is Leslie. I'll just use, the name Qymira for work. So they will say, Leslie, my mom is in Bohol, and now she's going through this, and all the plights, all of the things that they're going through. The schools at the bottom of the mountain is completely flooded because of Typhoon Odette, and the children, 3,000 of them, are not able to go back to school because of this. So, I don't know what to do because my sister is in this school, my other cousins are also in the other school. So, we don't know because the children has been off school for many, actually months. And then they tell me how they go to school. They have no shoes. So they walk the mountain road. Some of them walk for 3 days. So when you hear these stories, it's hard not to be moved. So when I heard that, I thought, being from Hong Kong, being very fortunate to be brought up in the US and the UK, I'm kind of thinking, our standard of living over there, when it comes to food, because it's expensive, we pay for a meal that is enough to get school supplies for the entire school. So why not more people are helping? So I just thought, charity starts from home. It doesn't start from an organization somewhere. So I thought, if I can help just a little bit at a time, let's see what we can do.
Second to last question. Let's go a bit technical. How would you describe the arrangement of your song? The Maraming Salamat.
How would you describe
The musical arrangement of the
okay.
song. Knowing that you come from a classical background, but you can sing R&B, all these influences, how do they come together in the song?
Okay, so it first started from a piano melody. So I was playing on the piano one day, inspiration came. Actually, the inspiration came from me taking a hike in the mountains of Hong Kong. And as I was just spending some me time, just walking on this bike, I was having this melody in my head. And I thought, okay, let me just put it down. I'm just going to put the piano bits down. But the thing is, when you see a mountain, when you see nature is the same everywhere in a way. It reminded me of the nature in the Philippines and also some of the children that we had met and experienced with, in the Philippines. So I thought, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to have this. I'm grateful to be in this nature. I'm grateful for today. So let's write something about that. So I started writing the English lyrics. And the English lyrics, I thought, I'd like to still devote this to the children in need in the Philippines, so it needs to be in Tagalog. So what do? So I asked my 2 Filipino friends, Rebecca and Leslie, actually same name as me, yes. And I said, can you please help me? I've done this in Tagalog, but I don't speak in Tagalog. Can you help me to make it more colloquial, to make it more understandable? So the 2 of them helped me to put the chorus in Tagalog. And then, it took shape. I checked on the internet, that it really spoke. It's really, how I would love to. But at the end of the day, it's about love. It's about being there for people. So it came to shape very, very quickly. And then the R&B influence is only because I'm already in that world. So the arrangement and everything, came naturally. And then it was produced by Peter Dogby Bilic in Brazil, because we were working on other things. So he did a remix and also another version with the